Jesus exclaimed, I bless you, Father, Lord of heaven and of earth, for hiding these things from the learned and the clever and revealing them to mere children. Yes, Father, for that is what it pleased you to do. Everything has been entrusted to me by my Father, and no one knows the Son except the Father, just as no one knows the Father except the Son and those to whom the Son chooses to reveal him. Come to me, all you who labor and are overburdened, and I will give you rest. Shoulder my yoke and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Yes. Easy? Yes, my yoke is easy and my burden light. The Gospel of the Lord.
Come unto me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Come unto me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Why do you suffer in vain? Oh, why do you cry in vain when I am there, and I I say, why do you suffer in vain? Oh, why do you cry in vain when I am there, and I will give rest? I am the Prince of Peace, you know. I am the Lord of Lords. I am the promised one, and I will give. I say, I am the Prince of Peace, you know. Oh, I am the Lord of Lords. I am the promised one, and I will give you rest. Shoulder my yoke and learn from me, that I am gentle and humble in heart, and I will give you rest. Shoulder my yoke and learn from me, that I am gentle and humble in heart, and I will give you rest. No, come unto me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light, and you will find rest for your souls, and I will give you rest. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light, and you will find rest for your souls, and I will give you rest. So come unto me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Hello, all of you suffering Christians. Hello, all of you suffering Christians, come to Jesus, you're gonna get free. Hello, all of you suffering Christians, come to Jesus, he's gonna give you peace. Why do you suffer when the Lord is near? Come to Jesus, he's gonna get you free. Why do you suffer when the Lord is near? Come to Jesus, he's gonna set you free. Why do you suffer when the Lord is near? Come to Jesus, he's gonna give you rest. Come to Jesus, the Prince of Peace. Come to Jesus, he's gonna give you rest. Come to Jesus, the Lord of Lords. Come to Jesus, he's gonna give you rest. Come to Jesus, the Prince of Peace. Come to Jesus, he's gonna give you rest. Hello, all of you suffering Christians, come to Jesus, he's gonna give you rest. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, lead questions for today. Question number 1. 4 questions, answer only 1. Number 1. What, according to Prophet Zechariah, in today's first reading, is the profile of the promised Messiah? Question 2. In the second reading, St. Paul deals with a major conflict inside each person. It's a major conflict inside each one of us. What is that conflict? How is it to be resolved? Question 3. What does today's gospel reveal to us? 1. About Jesus' relationship with his Father. And 2. About the nature of Christian prayer. Question 4. Identify the elements of Christian leadership that are featured in today's gospel. There are elements of Christian leadership featured in today's gospel. Identify them. How do they challenge our notion of leadership and our practice of leadership? How do they challenge both our notion and our practice of leadership?
I would like to attempt to question number 1.
Okay.
The profile of the promised Messiah, according to Prophet Zechariah in the first reading, is that he will proclaim peace to the nations. His empire.
Not what he will do. Profile meaning describe his person. Profile is not the same as his duties.
The Messiah is a humble servant.
Give me a round of applause for that. Yes. Next. Oh, is that all? The applause was so much. It's only one you gave now. Okay.
I'll attempt question 4.
Okay.
The elements of Christian leadership as spelled out in the gospel reading today is life of service, humility.
Life of service,
humility, exemplary practice, peace, gentleness, and purposeful leadership.
Yes, purposeful leadership, purposeful living.
Yes.
Gentleness.
Yes.
These are all characters of a good leader.
Yes.
A good leader has to live with purpose, has to live by example, lead example, so that people will follow, and so on. Give him a round of applause. Yes, somebody here.
Glory to Jesus. I want to attempt question number 1.
Yes.
About the profile of the promised Messiah.
Yes.
According to Zechariah in the first reading, he said that the Messiah that is coming as a victorious, triumphant, and a humble king who is coming to ride in a foul donkey.
Victorious,
yes,
triumphant and humble. Any more?
King.
Any
who
more?
Is coming to ride on a foul donkey.
On the foul of a donkey. So what does that mean? It is when you know what that means that you know his profile.
Yes. To me, that four donkey donkey is different from a horse.
Yes.
Horse means pride, glorious, or sort of. But
And power,
donkey
and power
means
too.
Good. But donkey means humility. Because you use donkey for so many little jobs, and it's like donkey humbles itself from a horse. That's my only.
Then they use horse go fight. They don't use donkey to go and fight. Donkey, they carry load. Isn't it?
It is.
All donkey does is carry load. Either carry the person or carry the person's load and be going that way. Give her a round of applause. When you know the distinction between the horse and what the horse is used for, and the donkey, and when the donkey is what the donkey is used for, then you will know clearly the difference between worldly leadership and Christian leadership. It is not as if there were no horses when Jesus Christ rode on a donkey. He decided to ride on a donkey to make the point that this is the kind of king that he is. Is the one that will, like a donkey, serve his people and carry their burdens away. Yes.
I want to attempt this question number 2.
Number
2. The conflict in the question number 2 is on spiritual lives we are living. So
the conflict is spiritual life.
On spiritual life. On spiritual life.
Oh, on spiritual life.
Yes. And how we resolve it is by
on spiritual life is having conflict inside itself.
No, the conflict in there is on spiritual lives we are living, living in the unspiritual lives, and it can be resolved by living, allowing the Spirit of God to rule our lives. That is my own understanding.
Okay, give her small applause. Let somebody assist her. Are you assisting her? Yes. Give this person to. They will help you to complete it, so you'll get the full applause when they.
Let me make an attempt.
Yes.
From the question number 2.
Yes.
The conscience to do what is good and want to do what is wrong. The conscience, we have 2 consciences in our mind, in our hearts.
2.
Yeah, we have 2 thoughts to do what is good and what is bad. So one which is more in advance takes the lead. Yes. So every human being faces this trial. Is it to do what is expected of God's will or to disobey God's will?
So that fight is going on inside.
It's going on inside in every mind of every Christian.
So then, what does St. Paul call it?
The spirit, the consciousness of God in our lives.
So give him half applause. Give to the next person by him. The closer the person to him, the better.
Father, I think the conflict is the conflict between the spirit and the flesh.
Give them full applause. The conflict is between the spirit and the flesh. Those are the words St. Paul used clearly. There is a conflict that rages in the heart of each person, and it is a conflict between the spirit and the flesh. Your flesh wants to, as he said before, take ascendancy and be dominant. And St. Paul says, let your spirit be the one that is dominant. Live by the spirit, don't live according to the flesh. And I hope you know what St. Paul, how he describes those who are living in the flesh. In Galatians chapter 5, verse 16 to 21, he describes those who are living in the flesh, and he lists the works of the flesh. Then he also goes and describes those who are living in the spirit, verse 22 and 23. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, meekness, and self-control. These are evidences of the person living by the spirit. The one living by the flesh: fornication, adultery, wrangling, sorcery, witchcraft, all kinds of winch. Now there that one day, but winch, he did the same place as fornication. No be so. You see, in my church, people say I don't do anything wrong. I don't kill person. I don't be winch. But every other thing in the book, they do. Where do you belong? To the flesh or to the spirit? To the flesh. Give me a round of applause. Anyone? Yes, Millie.
Glory to Jesus.
Not to Mary.
Question number 3.
3?
Yes.
Good.
The relationship between God and his son was a very cordial relationship.
Cordial?
Yes, cordial, friendly, you know, and fatherly. They believed in themselves and in what in their actions.
Can you look for a better word? Can you look for a better word? Cordial, friendly, fatherly. I want something better.
Loving, intimacy.
Intimate relation. Give her a round of applause. Yes.
You know, they blessed themselves and trusted in themselves and believed in what they were doing. Like Jesus was blessing his father for revealing to the children instead of the knowledge.
Instead of people like you.
Well, Father, I'm still a child, so he could.
Oh, if you are a child, okay.
So that was the relationship, and Jesus now told us that if we act like him, the way he treats his father, that he will also reveal to us. So the relationship between God and Jesus Christ could be transformed to the relationship between us and Jesus Christ.
Yes, if you really become a child.
If we become a children.
Yes, next. Question.
About the nature of Christian prayer. Christian prayer should be all encompassing. It should show love. It shouldn't be aggressive.
Shouldn't be aggressive.
It should be calm, yes.
What about bringing fire down?
No, fire will burn us.
Thank you very much. You know, give her a round of applause. Not long ago, I met an old man, an old Muslim, and he said, CEO, that when he knew the Christian church, when the Christian church just came and he knew that Reverend Fathers were going around with holy water and they were blessing holy water and they were sprinkling holy water, but that the new people now fire then they call every day. He said, now their prayer they don't they hear, now bomb don't they blast everywhere. Say if you call fire too much, fire go come. Say I beg, make them return the holy water, make it cool the place. May the Lord bring back the holy water. Okay. Let's move on now.